and smile for the camera as we are making Cajun roasted potatoes. It's my own special recipe.
Hey Joseph.
This is our first little episode of cookyourself.com. And it's pretty easy to peel potatoes actually. I was thinking of leaving the skin on, but actually it's probably better to peel them this time.
We have a soundtrack.
Right, you only need to show me peeling one potato. I'm not going to peel all of them.
Yeah, and then we'll edit this part.
You only have an hour worth of that.
Yep. Are we going to be doing...
Done?
Yeah, it's done.
Alright, so what I will do is take the potatoes and today I feel like cutting them in chunks. I think that will bring out the flavor. What I will use is Clubhouse Cajun seasoning and a bit of garlic salt and freshly ground pepper and some olive oil. Pretty basic, pretty simple. And what I'll add today is a little difference in add some thyme, fresh sprigs of thyme. So what I will do is I will cut them into smaller chunks and like so. Add them to a big serving bowl. So we would actually mix all the ingredients together. So it's all pretty easy. Depending on the sizing of your potatoes, you might want to see this one's a lot larger, so you can kind of change the way you want it. You can also do it in wedges, or you can also do it in thinner slices if you'd like. Next time we will do scalloped potatoes as well. It's all pretty easy stuff. Easy enough for the home cook, nothing too fancy. And I already have them washed in. Alright, and what you do now is you season all these wonderful potatoes. And you can add some Cajun spicing. What I will do with the oil is probably add, I'm not going to be too refined in measuring it, I'll probably add about 4 or 5 teaspoons, or at least probably 6 tablespoons actually, because there's so much, enough to serve about 4 to 5 people in there, and I'll just drizzle that on. And it's olive oil, so it's actually healthy for you, so it's not too bad. And then clean that off. And next would be the Cajun Spice, so we kind of add about, maybe about 4 or 5 tablespoons to it. And just add that like so. And we'll mix it so it's not all on the top. And we will add some garlic salt. Sprinkle that around generously, probably about 3 teaspoons worth of it. And some freshly ground pepper. Probably about 2 teaspoons worth of it, or 1 teaspoon worth of it. Just a little bit, a pinch of it would be good enough. And what we will use is 2 big serving spoons, courtesy of IKEA. And mix them around, and it's actually quite seasoned quite well. What I will do is add it to this dish, which will go in the oven ultimately, and make sure it's spread around nicely. Okay. All around so that it's all evenly spaced out. I'm glad I actually had the right spacing here, and this split should be enough. And what I will do is also add some additional seasoning or herbs in the form of thyme. Thyme is very good, smells wonderful, and it's relatively very cheap, so I'm going to give it a quick rinse. You don't need to use a lot of it. A few sprigs would be good enough, and add a few here and there. Just add some here and there, and goes really well. Brings out the flavor of the potatoes and enhances it overall, and not too overpowering. Okay, and now at this time I would have preheated the oven at 450 degrees. And about to put in the oven, probably about 35 to about 40 minutes would be good enough. So, just like so. like this. Put it in the oven. As you can see, I've already set it to 450. And what I'll do is, my little oven here, I need to add the cook time. So I put it in for about 35, let's say 40 minutes. So it's already kind of preheated. So I'll start it right there and open up the oven. I put it in the middle rack and let it cook right there. And there we have, in 40 minutes we'll have Yukon Gold roasted potatoes with. So the potatoes are done, and whoa, really. There. And basically they look like this. Alright. What we'll do is this up. And put it on a serving plate. Little Japanese serving plate that I have here. And what we'll do is put it in the plate. Let me get a spoon. And basically spoon them onto. Nice and crispy. Continue it like so. That's it. And here we have the golden roasted potatoes, and in thyme and Cajun spice.
Nice.